Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Here are insane movie moments that made us all angry. Number 8, Talk to the Hand. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, 2003. Anyone who made it through the third Terminator film was likely a masochist, an experienced rage watcher, or someone who already didn't like the franchise. This movie was one rage quit worthy moment after another. In the previous films, when the T-800 comes to the present, there's a great sequence where he acquires clothing. For the third film, the filmmakers decided to parody the tradition by having Arnie don sparkly Elton John shades. Or how about when they had the first female Terminator enlarge her breast to emulate a Victoria's Secret billboard? Of all the rage-inducing scenes though, it's this cringeworthy line that hurts the most. That's the moment that the Terminator franchise died.
You're close.
Talk to the hand.
Number 7, The Mandarin's True Identity, Iron Man 3, 2013. An Open Letter, Part 2. The Mandarin is without a doubt one of Iron Man's most iconic villains, and yes, fans wanted to see him on the big screen. But here's the thing. Fans don't always know what's best. The Mandarin made his comic book debut in 1964, when racist caricatures were sadly commonplace. Over the decades, the character has evolved to become a much more well-developed and less stereotypical one, but his roots remain problematic. The solution? Leave the Mandarin out of the MCU, because a bait and switch for something completely different is something that nobody wanted. Rather than fixing the problem, it just added insult to injury. Number 6, the introduction and continued presence of Jar Jar Binks. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 1999. Imagine the prequel trilogy without the Gungan Menace. Sure, there'd still be bad dialogue, a weird focus on trade embargoes, unnecessarily scientific explanations of the Force, and, too much sand, but the films would be far more watchable. From the moment that Qui-Gon finds himself incapable of shaking the Gungan, the franchise is doomed. We get that Star Wars fans were insufferable in their demand for this trilogy, but were we so bad that George Lucas felt it necessary to punish us? Number 5, Superman Kills Zod, Man of Steel, 2013. The DC Cinematic Universe got off to a divisive start in 2013 with the release of Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Though undeniably stylish and beautifully shot, the film set itself apart from Superman films past with its dark tone, muted colors, and inexperienced, reckless hero. Superman's failure to take the battle away from Metropolis was frustrating for many fans, but it was the moment that audiences realized the hero was about to kill his foe that really broke hearts. For those with less emotional investment in the character, it was an interesting new direction for Superman. For those who idolized his pillar of morality, however, it was sacrilege. Number 4, Peter Parker, the Dancing Emo Kid.
Hello.
Mr. Parker, Dr. Connors here.
Oh.
Spider-Man 3, 2007. Dear Sam Raimi, we get it. You were forced to cram Venom into the film. But did you need to go all Evil Dead / Army of Darkness on us in response with this campy take on Peter Parker? Armed with a new symbiote-induced self-confidence, Tobey Maguire begins to act like a cool guy. Except he's like a weird parody of a cool guy, as interpreted by your deeply out-of-touch great uncle. It's cringe cranked to 11. He dances, hits on random women, dresses like a Walmart emo kid, and just generally acts like a jerk. This sequence completely shatters any suspension of disbelief, aggressively taking the audience out of the film. Number 3, Nuking the Fridge, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 2008. The fourth Indiana Jones film was reasonably well received by critics, but fans have a different opinion. You see, once upon a time, a beloved show called Happy Days tried to shake things up by having a fan-favorite character, Fonzie, jump a shark on water skis. Since then, any such desperate, silly, or gimmicky effort has been dubbed jumping the shark. Well, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull has a dishonorable distinction of having given birth to a terminological successor, Nuking the Fridge. When Indy went from punching Nazis to writing out nuclear blasts in a refrigerator, it felt like an unfortunate departure from what made the franchise so great. Number 2, Martha, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016. Zack Snyder's take on the DC's greatest heroes was an uneven one to say the least. It started strong with some beautiful opening credits, and it certainly delivered on the action front, but the tone, convoluted plot, and poor characterization seriously hurt the film. The dialogue was a problem from start to finish, but there was one exchange in particular that made fans quit. For whatever reason, Batman and Superman are incapable of talking things out until Superman says, "Save Martha." Martha just so happens to be the name of both their mothers. We get what the screenwriters were going for, but it didn't work. And it was the death blow of an already floundering film. Number 1, Sewing Deadpool's Mouth Shut, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, 2009. An open letter to filmmakers working on comic book adaptation part 3, the final chapter. When adapting a beloved character, feel free to make some minor changes and tweaks as demanded by the medium. What matters is that the essence of the character, what makes him or her tick, is preserved. You wouldn't unkill Batman's parents or make Peter Parker a popular jock. So why would you seal the lips of a character known as the Merc with a Mouth? The first Wolverine movie was all downhill after the excellent opening credits montage, but the reveal of Weapon 11 was enough to make fans want to leave the theater. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.